So a person with an INF personality type is a danger to society if they are on the wrong side of things. Because yeah, they got empathy, but they have dark empathy. Hold your mule. Let me tell you what dark empathy is, because again, we learning things, right? So imagine a personality type of INFJ. They're introverted, but they also know how to be extroverted, right? And they're not introverted in the sense that like, oh, I like spending time to myself and oh, I check in with myself. They're introverted because they know that there's no one else walking around like them, right? This is usually the same thing with a psychopath. A psychopath is usually very introverted. And they could be ha-has and he-he's and kicking the willy bobos like, look at Jeffrey Dahmer. That nigga was in the club all the time. He was super duper personable. But when you saw him on the news and like you saw how he operated, I know you were thinking to yourself, who the fuck would go home with this nigga? Well, it's because he knows how to turn it on, but he also knows how to turn it off. Okay? His truest nature is what we saw in that courtroom. But when he was in the club, he wasn't walking around like, oh, I sure hope somebody come home with me. Nah, he was all ha-has and he-he's and buying drinks and shit, right? Intuitive. These people are people who know how to tap into their intuition and use it against other people, right? They have great pattern recognition and shit like that. Feeling, they don't really use that too much, okay? And judging, oh yeah, well, they're going to do that all the times. But these people are usually people who have dark empathy. So hold on one second. Dark empathy is an individual who possesses high emotional intelligence and cognitive empathy, but lacks effective and compassionate empathy, meaning the ability to, hold on, it gives an example. It says, instead of using this insight to connect with people and help people, they use it to manipulate, control, and exploit others. Okay? So again, this is usually, and it goes on down. It says people who have the dark triad personalities, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychotic traits. This is what I've been talking about. Okay? It says the warning signs, conditional warmth, covert manipulation, weaponized vulnerability. Hold on, there's one more. I'm gonna open it up. Malicious humor. These are people who don't genuinely know what feelings are, but they know how to manipulate them. They're some of the most dangerous people in the world. And so going back to J.D. Rockefeller, he convinced the world that, yeah, we should all have the same liberties. We should all have education and so on and so such. When really and truly he was manipulating the whole world to be workers for him and his family. And y'all still in that same